Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trunapole, and as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Cincinnati Cyclones. This show and every show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, guys, if you have found my show on YouTube, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. I am up to 518 subscribers. That is awesome. Let's try to shoot for 600 here. All right. Things are starting to open up and slowly. NCAA voted yesterday on-campus activities can resume in football and basketball starting June 1st. The NCAA Division I Council voted Wednesday to allow voluntary on-campus athletic activities, like I said, to resume for football and men's and women's basketball starting June 1st. Now, people want to know, what does that mean as far as your school goes? Well, I found this excerpt from Ohio State. Ohio State's athletic directors are already making plans to have athletes on campus. Ohio State's athletic director, Gene Smith, said Wednesday on a teleconference that schools will allow voluntary workouts to resume June 8th. One other thing he said, for everybody who's worried about if we're going to have fans in the stands, I'm not saying they are or they aren't. At least at first, they probably won't. But football, it's going to be a couple months, so they might. But Smith said that they have worked on different plans, letting at least 25% capacity into the horseshoe, which horseshoe holds over 100,000 people, so you could pretty well social distance there if you only have 25% capacity. And I really do think, like I said yesterday, as much money as football teams are going to lose, like NFL teams are going to lose, colleges are already losing money. As it is right now, they're starting to cut athletic programs. Like UC, they cut the men's soccer program. So they're starting to cut programs. So I think they're going to do everything in their power to at least get some fans in the stands. Me personally, I think it's a free country. If you want to go to a football game and take your health in your own risk, go for it. But that's my own opinion. Now, Major League Baseball, they came out this week with a protocol for starting the season under the COVID-19 pandemic. Managers and coaches will wear masks in the clubhouse, and familiar behavior like high fives, fist bumping, and spitting will be prohibited. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but they have said that it is for us keep ourselves protected, that we shouldn't touch our face and stuff. And I have tried, especially like when this really first started back in March. We started shutting everything down. I really tried not to do that. It's hard because I don't even think about it, I have an itch here or there, my eyes itch or whatever, and I'll just do it. Like, oh, man, am I supposed to do that? So, to me, that's what spitting is and high fives and stuff are for baseball players. I mean, I'll go meet somebody I've never met before. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to do that. It's just a reaction. They're going to prohibit that? I mean, I think try not to do it is a better way of saying it. But trying to prohibit high fives, fist bump, and spitting is silly. I mean, I don't... What are they going to throw them out of the game if they do it? All right, team mascots, bat boys, and bat girls will be banned from the field. A plan. Now this is this is funny. Okay, the plan even suggests that players wear their uniforms to the ballpark and not take showers. Okay. All right. We're all trying to stay cleaner and more hygienic, right? So why in the world would the players not take a shower? and wear their dirty uniform home. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Sorry. All right, and there will be no exchanging of the lineup cards. That I can kind of understand. Maybe spray it with Lysol and hand it to him. I don't know. Okay, because there wouldn't be any fans in the stands at first, Major League Baseball would provide background audio for the telecast. So it would be like, laugh tracks they had in the 80s TV comedies. So we're going to have, not laugh tracks, but it'd be pumped in crowd noise. Just because everybody's going to be watching it on TV. Now, don't get me wrong. If this is what it takes to get baseball back, go for it. I'm just think it's a little bit much. Now, this, I don't understand. Okay, the scoreboard video operation would be prohibited. What does that have to do with, you need one guy probably to run the scoreboard, at least to keep the score up there and stuff. And what does that have to do with keeping a virus? But they're allowed a guy in a different booth run the music. Okay. All right. Now, the teams will be allowed 50 players under this plan. Now, that I have no problem with because, they haven't played since the end of March, and the pitchers are not going to be ready and stretched out to go. And as many games as they're going to have to play, including doubleheaders and all that stuff, they're going to need multiple players, especially in the bullpen, to get these games played. Because you are going to run into injuries. You are going to run into guys who just can't throw or can't play or whatever. So I have no problem with the 50 players on the roster. Now, the teams are asked to respond with their suggested inputs by May 22nd. Now, I said earlier this week that I think they could cut like 80 to 90% of this stuff out. But come on, people. This is getting ridiculous. They can't take showers. What? They can't run the scoreboard operator. For what? It's one guy that runs the scoreboard. How's that going to spread a virus? I don't care. If that's what they have to do to get baseball back, fine. Whatever. I think it's a bit overboard. And now I know the players have voiced their concern about it, about risking their lives to go play baseball. And they want a rule, so MLB said, here's your rules, as ridiculous as they are. So you got all this going on. You still get them fighting about the money. At this point, NBA is closer to starting than Major League Baseball is. They're saying they're planning on starting by the end of, the end of July is what the NBA commissioner said the other day. There's a very good chance that they could come back by the end of July. The NBA, that is. Major League Baseball, just get it together. Just start playing. It's a very minimal contact sport. Seriously. If the NBA is pretty set, look, the commissioner come out and said that he thinks they can start by the end of July. And they contact each other way more than you guys do. Come on, let's go. Get it together. Come on. Stop being petty about you guys. The owners are upset because the players didn't want to do a 50-50 split. The players are upset with the owners because, in their mind, they already had a negotiated thing at the beginning of the year, with the pandemic happening. So I know you all guys are all irritated with each other. But you know what? Us fans are the ones that are stuck in the middle going, we just want baseball. I don't care if you wear a mask. I don't care if you don't take a shower for a week. Play freaking baseball. Get it together. God. Overthinking is driving me nuts. All right. Let's talk about a little happier subject, my Cincinnati Bengals and their wide receiving core. The Bengals wide receivers draws praise and ranked among NFL's best. The Bengals have surrounded Joe freaking Burrow with plenty of talent at wide receiver and running back. A core of A.J. Green, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, John Ross, Alton Tate and T. Higgins is about as good of a group as a rookie quarterback could ask for. Exactly. Now we just need to make sure the offensive line is that good. Pro Football Focus agrees. The Bengals wide receivers are ranked 11th in their latest ranking. So, the Bengals, like I said, hopefully I was talking about yesterday, hopefully Fred Johnson can be the right tackle, and he is a diamond in the rough, and him on one side, Jonah Williams on the other side, Hopkins in the middle, figure out our guards, and we go forward, and we have a very, I'm not going to say dominating offensive line, a very good offensive line. Because if you look at LSU's offensive line, there wasn't one first-round pick off that offensive line in this year's draft. So they didn't have a great offensive line. They had a good offensive line. Joe Burrow was able to work with that. As long as the Bengals' offensive line is as good as LSU's was, Joe Burrow is going to tear the NFL up. I'm very confident in that. And I'm very confident that I'm going to be there. And with my season tickets and my Bengals stuff on and watching the game. At least I hope so. If people would just stop ever thinking crap. Sorry. I'm just getting really, really frustrated with all this stuff. All right. Okay, this is from Bengals Wire. The Bengals' performance in free agency tabbed as one of the best upgrades in the NFL by ESPN's Mike Clay. He outlined his top 25 upgrades this offseason and slotted the Bengals at 21. Now, that biggest thing is because they landed DJ Reader, and I think that boy's going to be a beast. Especially next to Reader-Atkins tandem, I think is going to be flat nasty in the NFL. I mean, that's where, like I've said, how many times did Lamar Jackson have his highlight reel, two of his biggest highlights against the Bengals? I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think with Reader there and Atkins there, and hopefully the linebackers that we drafted, more and more I hear about Logan, I'm get more and more excited about him. I still would like to draft Jones, but if Johnson is good as they think he is, I think we'll be all right. One of the biggest things the Bengals did in the offseason, they concentrated on trying to stop Lamar Jackson. That's why they got Reader. That's why they got all the cornerbacks who can tackle. Because how many times did the Bengals miss tackles? They're in their secondary. They missed. And Lamar's just spinning around, going past them. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think we've upgraded on most our positions on the defensive side of the ball. So I really think we are set to go after Baltimore, which that's the team you have to be. I got an argument with my buddy Billy, who actually is going to be on the show with me tomorrow. Me and him he'll do a show with me tomorrow. Anyway, me and him were talking about. He said that Baltimore is the most talented team in the AFC North, which I agree. That's what the Bengals' focus is to beat them. And that's what I think they did in their free agency and the draft, is to try to get past Baltimore, at least compete with them, because they destroyed us both games. So that is where the Bengals' mindset is at. And with the wide receivers we had, that's including John Ross. And John, I pray you stay healthy and pray you play to your potential. Because if he does, and we got T. Higgins, and AJ's healthy, and Tate, and Boyd, whoa, we're going to be good. It's going to be fun to watch them play and watch them tear people up, I think. Yeah, I get it. Like I said, I'm the guy with the glass half full. You got to be realistic. It's kind of hard not to be a little excited about what they've done. I mean, if you can't get excited now, then when in the world are you ever going to get excited about your team? And they might go in the first game, they might fall flat on their face. I have no idea. But right now, they're not, because they're not playing anything. So you can be excited about it. It's okay. You're allowed to. And if you want to get excited about the Bengals and talk about them, check out my Facebook groups that I help run. I got Bengals Nation, Reds Country, Bearcats Country, and Cyclones Country. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I am up to 518 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. Let's get to 600. I mean, it seemed like I crawled up to 500, then shot right past it. So let's keep going, get to 6, and then 7, then 8, then 9, and And if you're listening to me on the podcast, if it's on Apple Podcasts, do me a favor, give me a 5-star review. And all other podcasts, make sure you like and subscribe. And other than that, today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Got to figure out who my Zeke of the week is. Like I said, check out tomorrow's show. Gonna have my buddy Billy on here with me, and him will probably get into some arguments, and it might be an interesting discussion. We'll see. Other than that, that's just sports, baby. Tell all your friends about me. See ya!